What's really happening in Nepal, and the side the media won't show or tell you by A1 Breaking News. When you hear the word Nepal, what comes to mind? For most people, it's a single monolithic image. It is the image of Mount Everest. We see images of brave mountaineers in brightly colored gear, their faces etched with determination and frost. We think of ancient monasteries perched on impossible cliffs, prayer flags fluttering in the wind, and a sense of serene, almost mythical spirituality. This is the Nepal of guidebooks and documentaries. It's a country that has been packaged and sold as the ultimate adventure destination, a real-life Shangri-La. This popular narrative is not entirely false, but it is profoundly incomplete. It is a single chapter in a much longer, more complex story. The postcard version of Nepal, while beautiful, often obscures the deeper truths of the nation and its people. It filters out the noise, the struggle, and the vibrant, sometimes chaotic reality of daily existence for nearly 30 million souls. The focus on the majestic Himalayas, while understandable, casts a long shadow over the sprawling cities, the fertile plains of the Terai, and the intricate web of human stories that unfold far from the trekking trails. It's a story we rarely get to see. Tonight, we're going to look beyond that singular peak. We will journey past the familiar images and into the heart of a country that is so much more than a mountain. We'll explore the hidden truths of Nepal, a nation grappling with its past and fighting for its future. This is a story of immense diversity, of political upheaval, of incredible resilience in the face of unimaginable hardship, and of the quiet dignity of a people whose lives are far more complex than the simple, serene image so often presented to the outside world. This is the Nepal that exists beyond the headlines. The reality is that for most Nepalis, the summit of Everest is as distant as the moon. Their daily concerns are not about conquering peaks, but about navigating life in one of the world's most challenging economic and political landscapes. Where one of the most profound truths about Nepal, often overlooked by outsiders, is its staggering diversity. This is not a homogeneous nation. The country is officially home to 125 distinct ethnic groups, and over 123 languages are spoken as mother tongues. From the high mountain Sherpas Gurungs Nuars, Tharu Madhesi. However, this diversity has also been a source of significant political and social tension. For centuries, the country was ruled by a high-caste elite from the hills, and other ethnic groups were often marginalized. The new constitution, adopted in 2015, attempted to address these historical grievances by declaring Nepal a secular federal republic. Yet the implementation has been fraught with challenges. For 240 years, Nepal was a Hindu kingdom, ruled by the Shah dynasty. This simmering discontent exploded in 1996 with the Maoist insurgency, a brutal, decade-long civil war, leaving an estimated 17,000 people dead. In 2006, hundreds of thousands poured into Kathmandu's streets in the People's Movement. They demanded an end to monarchy and the establishment of a republic. In 2008, the monarchy was abolished and Nepal declared a federal democratic republic. The new system is fragile, with unstable coalition governments. For the average Nepali, the republic's promised stability, good governance, economic prosperity, has been slow to materialize. The weight of this history hangs heavy as the nation continues its difficult journey to build a new identity. Their lives are shaped by forces that are often invisible to the casual visitor: a turbulent political history, the powerful influence of its giant neighbors, and the ever-present threat of natural disasters. Nepal's geography is both a blessing and a curse. The same tectonic forces that created the majestic Himalayas also make it one of the most seismically active regions on Earth. This ever-present threat became a devastating reality on April 25, 2015. A massive 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck the heart of the country. The quakes killed nearly 9,000 people, injured tens of thousands more, and left millions homeless. Entire villages were flattened. Ancient temples and UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the Kathmandu Valley, symbols of the nation's cultural soul, were reduced to rubble. In the first hours and days, long before international aid could arrive, it was ordinary Nepalis who dug through the rubble with their bare hands to save their neighbors. Communities pooled their meager resources to provide food and shelter. While many homes have been rebuilt and heritage sites have been rebuilt, Often through painstaking community efforts, the recovery is far from complete. The disaster exposed deep-seated problems, weak building codes, a slow and often bureaucratic government response. You cannot understand modern Nepal without looking at a map. The country is landlocked, a small nation wedged between two of the world's most populous and powerful countries. India to the south, China to the north. India has historically been Nepal's most important partner. This was dramatically illustrated in 2015, when a border blockade caused a severe humanitarian crisis in Nepal, leading to crippling shortages of fuel. In recent years, China has emerged as a major new player in Nepal. Beijing has been investing heavily in Nepali infrastructure, building roads, building hydropower projects. For Nepal, China offers a potential alternative to its heavy reliance on India, turning Nepal into a key arena in the broader geopolitical competition between global powers. For Nepal's leaders, navigating this complex geopolitical chessboard is their greatest challenge. It's a tightrope walk. For the Nepali people, this high-level diplomacy has real-world implications. It affects the price of goods in the market, the availability of jobs, and the future of the country's development. Kathmandu is the heart of Nepal. It is the nation's political center, economic center, cultural center. For centuries, it was a mythical city, a jewel of art and architecture. But today, Kathmandu is a city of stark contrasts. It is sprawling, chaotic, and rapidly growing. Ancient temples stand beside modern shopping malls. Sacred cows wander through traffic-clogged streets. The city is a magnet for people from all over Nepal. They come from remote mountain villages and from the southern plains, drawn by the promise of education, opportunity, and a better life. Kathmandu represents the dream of modernity. For a young person with ambition, all roads lead to the capital. The city's infrastructure is struggling to keep up with its explosive growth. There are chronic shortages of water and electricity. The roads are congested and poorly maintained. Air pollution has become a major public health crisis, frequently ranking Kathmandu among the most polluted cities in the world. For many of its residents, daily life is a battle with traffic jams, power cuts, and the high cost of living. Despite these challenges, Kathmandu remains a city of incredible dynamism and creativity. It is home to a thriving art scene, a growing tech startup culture, and a politically engaged youth. In the city's cafes and public squares, you can hear passionate debates about the future of the country. It is a city that is constantly reinventing itself, a place where tradition and modernity clash and coexist in fascinating ways. Kathmandu is the living, breathing embodiment of modern Nepal, a city of immense problems, but also of boundless energy and hope for what lies ahead. While Kathmandu buzzes with the energy of the future, the soul of Nepal still resides in its villages. Over 2/3 of the population lives in rural areas, their lives intimately tied to the land. The majority are subsistence farmers, cultivating small plots to feed their families. They work from dawn until dusk, using traditional farming methods passed down for generations. Their livelihoods are precarious, dependent on the monsoon rains, vulnerable to drought, floods, landslides. Access to basic services is limited. Healthcare, quality education, paved roads. This struggle has fueled a massive wave of migration. In village after village, the young and able-bodied are gone. We have journeyed tonight beyond the postcard image of Nepal. We have looked past the towering peak of Mount Everest and into the heart of a nation complex, dynamic, and profoundly human. We have seen a country of incredible diversity grappling with a history of inequality. We have witnessed the resilience of a people who have endured civil war, natural disasters, and political instability. We have heard the stories of daily life, of the struggle for opportunity in the cities, and the quiet perseverance in the villages. This is the real Nepal. So, the next time you see a picture of Mount Everest, I urge you to look beyond the peak. I urge you to think of the 30 million people who live in its shadow. Think of their stories, their struggles, and their dreams. Be curious. Read beyond the headlines and the travel blogs. Seek out the voices of Nepali writers, journalists, and artists. Make an effort to understand the country not as a destination, but as a home. Because only by seeing the human stories, in all their complexity and beauty, can we begin to truly understand the hidden truths of Nepal.